Um, my name's Jill Maynard. I'm the principal at Southside Elementary in Belfry, Kentucky. And actually, Mark Gannon and Amy Sweeney and I are all from the Belfry area. And so when we first came together to meet, we were just discussing what were we going to do as a whole group from Belfry area. And it was mainly the PLC that we wanted to use that to do our different avenues of our program, our practice problems. So I'm going to go ahead and start with ours. As everyone knows, the Common Core standards are rigorous, challenging standards, and we know that students won't be able to meet those standards without the support of the teachers and the parents and the communities. In order to get our students where they need to be, our teachers must understand how to change instruction so that our students can achieve at higher levels. Southside's leadership team determined that our problem of practice is that we did not have an up-to-date research-based curriculum to implement while we're teaching our Common Core standards. We realized that our instruction was not at the level that it had to be for our students to master proficiency. So how did we decide this, you may ask? After analyzing our trend data, Southside's leadership team knew that our reading scores needed to improve. We examined our MAP data, the beginning, middle, and end of the year. We looked at our K-Prep data, our formative and summative assessments in our classrooms, and we also looked at the walkthrough document, the data that came from our walkthrough documents. The trend that we found was kind of surprising. Our teachers were only using bits and pieces from several different programs that we've used throughout the past. And so we realized that there was no consistency in our building, and we had to find a way to change that to improve our student achievement. So when we ask what is our plan to solve this problem of practice, well, this is a new beginning and starting point for our leadership team because we know that it will provide a better, clearer information for our parents, our teachers, and our administration about what our kids know and what they're actually able to do. Through analysis of the curriculum, the Engage New York reading, multiple assessments are provided throughout each module. The results from these assessments will help our teachers in our school directly address the learning needs of each of our children so that he or she gets and actually stays on track to be successful by the end of the school year. Our pilot that we're trying to do this year is we are going to have our kindergarten, our first and our third grade teachers that teach reading to implement this new curriculum. During the team's PLC each week, they will meet to discuss the following week's instruction. They will then discuss how they plan to teach that lesson. They will use the district's standards mastery document to ensure that we have the level of rigor that has to be there and that our higher level questioning is there as well. In addition to that, the team will go ahead and discuss what assessments they plan to administer during that module test or that module unit. After teaching the lesson, the team will then meet, bringing those assessments to their PLCs, and they will discuss the results to see which child has or has not mastered those standards. During the PLC, we also plan to use the 4-stage problem-solving model, the PSDA, the Plan, Study, Do, Act process, which will be used for continuous improvement. After we've completed all that, that's when we will develop our RTI groups. And we actually, again, use the DeFore model on that one. And what happens is the teacher that taught and her class scored the highest scores, she will take, or he will take, the lowest scoring students. And that would be from all the classrooms that are involved. Then the teacher who had the lowest performing class will take the higher level students and go ahead and provide additional enrichment for those students so they can go above and beyond. Then the teacher or teachers that are left will teach those students who just need to be retaught so that they can actually get to mastery. The teachers will have to maintain at least 3 data points to ensure mastery. We have to prove that they know it and they've mastered it. So you may ask, how are we incorporating shared leadership into this process? Through the years, I think we have finally come to understand that our classroom and our school community are all in the business of learning together. Everyone has a right, a responsibility, and the ability to be a leader in the school. Through this research-based curriculum, our teachers are actually leading the school. They are serving as a role model to the other teachers in our building.
My name is Alice Tackett. I teach second grade. We have not implemented this program in second grade. It was implemented in kindergarten, first, and third, as Miss Maynard had stated. And I'm very excited. I hear wonderful things throughout the building about what's going on in these classrooms. I'm a little jealous. I can't wait to have that opportunity myself. But another way that we're sharing leadership is the teachers that have implemented the Engage New York program are then opening up their classrooms to those of us who don't have a clue what it's all about, so we can go in and observe and just kind of take part and see firsthand from our colleague with their recommendation, either positive or negative, and all I've heard is positive. But without a doubt, that teacher then becomes a mentor and a leader in our school to help other teachers come along and understand what they're doing. And therefore, when you go through change and you have people doing that with you, it's so much easier. Another way we're going to share leadership in the school is through study groups. And study groups will let us come together to examine student achievement and see where the kids lack understanding and what we anticipate will change that. And so as we go through that process and we implement this program throughout the school, all of those teachers are working together as a team just naturally because we're depending on each other and the input from each teacher. So I'm excited. Can't wait to do it.
We also plan to share our leadership with this data with our leadership team so that we can also analyze data, plan, advocate, and monitor. All meetings are open to anyone in our school that wants to attend. The team will also keep the action plan alive and ensure that its components are systematically implemented. So in my opinion, our mistake has always been to leave it to the principal to have the instructional leadership of the building, when actually the instructional leadership is everybody's work in the building. We need to develop the leadership capacity for the whole school community, and out of this change, culture will arise a new vision of professional practice that will link both the leading and the learning. So we're really excited about it. It's been really positive so far this year. So thank you.